Mariska, if you can text Vernetta, I would appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Beyond my capabilities, truly. Let's see. Okay, this is better. I'll call this meeting to order. It is the special meeting of December the 1st, 2020 of the Fulton County Board of Registration and Elections. I am Mary Carol Cooney, chairperson, and I am joined this evening by my colleagues, Mr. Mark Wingate, Mr. Aaron Johnson, and Dr. Kathleen Ruth. And we are awaiting our colleague, Ms. Vernetta Keith Nuruddin. Ladies and gentlemen, you have in front of you an agenda. Please take a look at it. And when you are ready, let me know if you have any additions or corrections or a motion.
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve this agenda of December the 1st, 2020.
Do I hear a second on that?
Second.
Dr. Ruth seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. I'm going to raise my hand. All opposed? We have ourselves an agenda. Let me commence by making an announcement that this teleconference meeting is authorized pursuant to section 50-14-1G of the official code of Georgia because of the public health state of emergency declared by Governor Kemp on March 14th, 2020, and renewed most recently on November 30th concerning COVID-19 restrictions and public meetings, and because means have been afforded for the public to have simultaneous access to this teleconference. This will bring us to item 2 on our agenda, which is for communications and responses from the public. Ms. Bodison, do we have any of members of the public wishing to be heard?
Yes, Madam Chair, I have 2.
All right, 2 of them. Can you introduce the first one?
Brianna Jones.
Ms. Jones?
Ms. Jones.
Ms. Jones? Can you join us, Ms. Jones? And if Ms. Jones is unable to join us at this time, Ms. Bodison, who is, and she is on mute right now. Ms. Jones, you wish to join us? All right, Ms. Bodison, who is the other person wishing to be heard?
And I messed this name up the last time. It's Gary Ramachandran. Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry to, sir, can you join us?
No, it's a lady.
Gary, yes.
Sorry, I don't have a comment. Thank you so much. I'm just listening in.
All right, thank you, Ms. Jones. Mr. Ramachandran, if we have that wrong, you are muted.
She said she didn't have a public comment.
Right, Ms. Jones.
Jones.
Right.
Now, Brianna Jones, she has to.
Right, she has waived her right.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, that was Gowrie that waived her right, not Ms. Jones.
Okay. All right, someone tell me who would like to be heard as a commenter.
Ms. Jones. If she can't unmute herself, she's
She just said that her mic isn't working. She sent a question in.
Okay, and I see a Q&A, and it says my mic isn't working. Okay, we have got it, and we are going to have to move on. We have been joined by our colleague, Ms. Vernetta Nuruddin. Welcome. And if we have done our best to accommodate communications and responses from the public, and if we have heard them, let us move on to item 3 on our agenda, which is a discussion of the December 1st, 2020 special runoff election. We have the U.S. House District 5 Congressional District and State Senate District 39. Mr. Barron, would you tell us how the day went? After you unmute.
Good evening. Sorry. Yeah, it was a very quiet day today. I know we're going to exceed 10, I think probably 10,000 votes from what I see on the screen from what's been updated at WebEOC, but I don't know if every precinct has been updated fully by the techs in the field. So I can't give you a final number in that regard. And then we had 146 absentee by mail ballots come in. But other than that, it's been quiet. I mean, it was a challenging election in that we had to set up two different there were, I believe, 44 polling places or 44 precincts that were overlapping between Senate District 39 and Congressional District 5. Therefore, we had to have voters check in twice, once for Senate District 39, once for Congressional District 5. Of course, we had overlapping in early voting. That was the case from the week of Thanksgiving, the 21st to the 23rd. Voters had to check in twice if they lived in both of those districts. And the election ran smooth all the way through early voting and on election day. And that is pretty much about all we have to say, because the phone lines were quiet today.
Okay. Are there questions or comments from any board members? And I see and hear none. And that means that we can move ahead to item number 4 on our agenda, which is confirmation of the date for certifying both of these elections. Mr. Barron?
We should be able to certify it on our regularly scheduled BRE meeting next week, unless, because any provisional ballots that are done today, we can get the research done on those this week. Absentee by mail will be in, so I see no problem doing it at our regularly scheduled meeting next week.
Okay. So you're saying that at our regular December board meeting next Thursday, we should be able also to make that a certification meeting?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't think I have to ask the board if that is agreeable to them. That sounds very good. I would like to comment, since I have the time, that Ms. Jones asked some questions, and I have to tell her that we do not respond to questions during public comment time, but I think that perhaps I'm seeing some questions that members of the staff can perhaps respond to at some point after our meeting. And having done that, the only other thing that I have that I would like to bring up is that it is getting to be the end of the year, of a year that I never imagined would turn out the way that it has. And I'm not the first person who has said something like that. Normally at the end of the year, I would want us to do at least 2 things and probably 3 things. The 2 things being to review our bylaws and to see if there are any changes that we would like to have made. We have anticipated some things happening with public comments, which never did happen as far as I can tell. We may want to take care of planning for those, and we may not, but that is one issue that we may want to have with our bylaws is to take a look at how we run meetings. The second thing that I don't see as being appropriate until after we get done with the January elections, which is the annual evaluation of our elections director. And the third thing, which is not something we have normally done, but I would like us to do, and that is to talk about lessons we have learned and things we would like to have done or change or do as a board next year. This is not for tonight's discussion at all. This is just to put you on notice that I'm going to ask that we take this up at some appropriate time. And anything else that you think is a worthy end of year discussion. Ms. Newerdine?
Yes, thank you so much. And I look forward to working on that, Madam Chair. I did have a question, and I think it's a good question. If the department or Director Barron can share any updates on the state rollover for Fulton County for the January 5th elections. I apologize if I missed that conversation, but if you would update the public on what current ballots, absentee ballots by mail have been mailed out, or the anticipated mail out date for the January 5th rollover ballots.
The state mailed out the ballots yesterday, November 30th.
Okay.
We were of the impression that they would have been all mailed out by the 23rd. And I believe, it is my understanding that the state is not going to update ElectionNet to populate the My Voter page with that mail date. So voters are going to see their issue date as any time from the 18th to probably the 23rd and think their ballots were mailed, and they did not get mailed until yesterday.
Okay, that's good feedback, because I've checked on a few for voters and they all had that November 18th date. So that's good feedback. Is there any other updates about our absentee ballot process for January 5th? Are we on task for just the request that we've had for it?
We are going to we're going to have Runbeck mail ballots until December 14th, and then we'll take over from there. So any application that's in through the 14th, we will have Runbeck mail. We'll take over after that date, and then I think today the spreadsheet, I can look it up, but we're basically caught up with our absentee by mail processing. I'll have to pull up the spreadsheet.
Okay, so that's that's great. Just, I know we're gonna kind of hash it out in your monthly report next week. So that's good, just to whenever you can finalize that information. I think we are certified. I can't remember what we just decided, but we are certified at our next board meeting, I believe.
That's the plan.
Okay, thank you. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other member of the board? And I see Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, just a quick question. Rick, isn't there a press conference or media sometime this week, or?
There's something scheduled for Thursday to discuss Mercedes-Benz and State Farm.
Okay.
As an early voting site, and I believe that's either at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock on Thursday.
Okay, will you be providing any updates around any voting updates, some of the information that you shared, or no? During that
one, I might. It depends. I guess it depends on the questions. I don't know how that's been planned. If Jessica's on here, she can probably illuminate what that's about for us.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Dr. Ruth. Whenever Dr. Ruth's finished, I have one more question, Madam Chair.
That's okay, but let's see if we can answer Dr. Ruth, although I see a muted out External Affairs and a muted out Regina Waller, which leads me to think that perhaps they have cardboard cutouts. Nothing from them. which is fine. We can perhaps relay your question to them and see if we can get an answer for you with the copy to the rest of us. And so, Ms. Newriddin, you are.
Actually, Madam Chair, Director Barron answered my question already. Thank you so
Okay.
much. No more for me.
Okay. So anyone else having a question or comment and wishing to be heard? And I don't see any, which makes this an extremely efficient meeting. I will now ask if any member of the board wishes to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters or litigation. And I see no need for that. And having done that, I guess I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, motion to adjourn.
It's been
Second.
properly moved that we adjourn, and Ms. Newriddin just seconded that. All in favor and raise your hands. I've got to get disciplined in this. Thank you.
Aye.
That sounds unanimous to me. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
All right.
Good
Y'all
evening.
take care.
Bye.
Thank you.